I got paid $3,150 for 3 videos that I don't even have to post on my own social media accounts. And I feel like still people, now it's 2025, I still feel like people don't know that this is even a thing. Like I still think that like while I'm scrolling, people are like, yeah, you have to be a influencer and you have to have like so many followers and you're going to land all these brand deals and I'm going to teach you how to grow in your you don't need to do that. You literally can have 10 followers and you can still get paid a good chunk of money for videos that you'd never have to post on your own social media platforms. And brands don't care if you have 10 followers or 10 million followers. So before I get all worked up still, this is called UGC. If you've never heard of this, it stands for user generated content. I've been doing this for 2.5 years. It took me 14 months to replace my 6-figure job here in the Seattle area where I live, only with UGC deals. Now I teach people about it, but that was only UGC deals. So this is a legit thing. It's growing in demand. Anybody who is willing to learn and put in the work, like anything else, can figure this out. You can do it. I filmed those 3 videos. It took me, I did one with my mom. And then, so she had to come over and that took like literally 45 minutes and we were chatting like half the time. How long did the other video take me? Yeah. So altogether, so $33,150 took me total 3 hours. So I averaged slightly more than $1,000 per hour for this UGC deal. Okay, so let's just kind of break it down so that you know what the heck to do to actually do this in 2025. Like literally, if this is what I always tell people, like if I had learned about UGC back in like my single days that I'm married, we have 2 little boys, a 3.5-year-old and a 4-month-old. And I'm thinking like, gosh, it took me 14 months to, replace a good paying 6-figure job. But if I was like in my 20s, if I was like had barely any bills or like expenses were so low because of where I was at in that stage of life, it probably would have taken me like a few months to replace my job doing UGC. So wherever you are at right now, if replacing your current job or even just like supplementing or like doubling the amount of money you're making right now is your goal in 2025, you can do this and you can do it through UGC. Also, I talk about this almost every single day, but no matter your age, you can do this. I have taught almost 7,000 people inside my Ultimate UGC course, and probably like 4,000 to 5,000 of those 7,000 people are over the age of 45. So they're Gen Xers and baby boomers, and they are freaking crushing it with UGC because brands want to work with that demographic because they want to reach more people in that demographic. So no matter your age, you can do this. Obviously, I'm 34. My mom is 63. She's also doing UGC. Anybody of any age can do this, but you guys like have kind of like a superpower if you are a Gen Xer or a baby boomer. Okay, so with UGC, again, you don't need followers. Typically how it works is a brand is gonna hire you, and they're not gonna typically care about your followers. Every now and then a brand will be like, oh yeah, we want like 5,000 followers on Instagram, like every now and then, but not really. It rarely ever happens. And if a brand does say that to you, just move on to the next because there's hundreds, if not thousands of brands looking for UGC creators. So usually how it works is you're going to create a portfolio. This is what I recommend. Create a portfolio. You're going to add information about yourself, photos about yourself, photos of you, maybe just one photo, and then videos. The videos are going to be the most important thing. So I recommend when you're just starting out, your brand spanking into UGC, having a portfolio with 4 or 5 UGC video examples. Now, everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, but I've never done UGC. I've never done content creation. I don't have any past experience, any past videos. That doesn't matter. I had 0 videos to put in my portfolio when I got started. So what you're going to do and what I did is you're going to go around your house. You're going to choose products that you already have, that you already like, that you could create like 40 to 60 second videos about those products. Put those in your portfolio. Hit publish. I feel like I'm getting sick. My whole family was sick, so sorry if I start coughing. Put them in your portfolio, hit publish, start pitching to brands. Now, I've landed most of my UGC deals by literally just sending an email. Sometimes even like video pitches to brands because I like standing out and like being creative like that. But I've landed most of my UGC deals by directly pitching to companies. So I teach you that inside my free UGC checklist. I've made thousands. Like the videos I just got, the UGC deal I just was talking about, $3,000+. I sent them an email, and that's how I landed the UGC deal. So I teach you all of that inside my free UGC checklist. I don't think I've mentioned it yet. I always mention it in my videos because it's a great place to get started, but there's been like 45,000 people that have downloaded this free checklist. I just got a DM today on Instagram from somebody telling me, holy crap, thank you so much for your free checklist because I made my portfolio and I've got my 5 videos and I'm so excited. So pause this video if you have to. Actually, yeah, just pause this video. Save it in the right-hand corner and then go to my profile. Go to my Stan Store link. You might have to click it once and then another time, but go to my Stan Store, get my free checklist. You'll see my course is the first option. If you don't want my course, it's $87. $87. But if you don't want that, just get the free checklist because it will literally help you get started. As soon as you download it, it goes through the steps on how to get started, more about UGC so you can wrap your head around it if you're like just learning about it for the first time. And then also a 15-minute video lesson going over how to pitch to these brands via email, which again is the way I've landed most of my UGC deals. So I've learned a thing or two about pitching to brands in the last 2.5 years. But go get that free checklist. Seriously, it'll help so much. Okay, so we're gonna pitch to brands. Beyond pitching to companies, there are so many ways to connect with brands, and connecting and communicating with brands is gonna be the way you move the needle, gonna be the way that you make money as a UGC creator in 2025. So this is what we gotta do. You can't just make a portfolio, hope and pray for the best, and like hope that all these brands fall into your lap. It's not gonna happen. So you have to go out and look for the brands. So how you do this, you can pitch. You can, look at the ads that you're seeing on Instagram while you're scrolling. Done this so many times. Pitch to brands via DM. I have that also inside the free checklist. I have a whole script for you in there. But there's also platforms, apps, agencies that you can also connect with brands, okay? It's 2025. Because UGC is in such crazy high demand, there's been an increase in the apps and platforms that have been created with the sole purpose of connecting brands with UGC creators. So I'll just name a few that you can get started with. Number 1 is Incense, Billow, B-Roll, there's Collabster, there's also Backstage. You have to pay for Backstage though. It's like $15 a month or something. Those are apps, okay? So platforms, brands meet creators, join brands, Vidsy, breakfast.io, which is brkfst.io. You could go on Fiverr, which is a freelance platform. I have a whole guest training inside my course from like the top Fiverr UGC creator that is so packed full of information. It's incredible. So you can do Fiverr. Some people do Upwork. There's so many ways to connect with the brands, but it's important to just choose a few in the beginning. Start connecting, start building relationships, be responsive, send emails back to brands, follow up with them, get your portfolio in front of them. Even if it's not perfect, just start connecting with brands and building those relationships, because that's how you're gonna make money in UGC in 2025. It is going to blow your mind, the amount of companies that are looking for UGC. It is insane across multiple different industries. I just said, a supplement company. I've done it for, a high-end, like luxury home product brand, app companies, software companies, food companies, beverage companies, pet companies. I have 2 beautiful cats, and I've done UGC deals with my 2 cats. It's crazy how many companies are looking for UGC creators. It's what's working right now in 2025. Again, you do not need a background in this. You do not need a marketing background. You do not need, experience in this. You don't need to be a certain age or a demographic. Brands want people across the board, okay? The only thing that you need to be successful with UGC is a willingness to learn and practice and get better and not give up. The only way to fail at UGC is if you quit. Literally, you're gonna get better every single time you go to film and edit a UGC video. And if you've never done any of these things that I'm talking about, I promise you can learn. Everything's figure outable. I would love, obviously, it should go without saying, I would love to be the one to teach you. I am obsessed with teaching people about UGC because it literally changed my life, changed my family's life. Like it's crazy. I love UGC. It changed my life. I want it to do the same for you in 2025. I hope I can teach you. The best way to get started is going to be the free checklist. follow me, and yeah, just start UGC in 2025 and see what happens.